Yeah.
He's spectacular.
Oh, he's the best passing big man in basketball.
Okay, so I'm going to take him. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players I have above him in the West, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 players above him in the East. So I'll go. Damian is the 12th best player in basketball.
No,
I'll give you that.
He's top 10.
Okay.
I'm not taking Joel Embiid. I'm not taking Kyrie. I'm not some of those other guys that you mentioned. I'm not taking them over Dame. Dame is top 10.
Well, here he comes, because now you're going to have to deal with him with your Lakers.
Yeah.
So he might even be, by then, he'll be top 5.
I'm not, Skip, they lose. I'm not devaluing him. I'm not devaluing him. That's what you want to see. That's your argument. See, what you're trying to do.
I'm not trying to do anything.
Yes, you are. Because when Jordan was ranked lower, he didn't beat those higher seeds. Why not?
Because they were all-time great teams. You have to figure out how to overcome them, and he did. He did. He did.
After Larry Bird was 36, after McHale was injured.
So are you saying Michael Jordan is overrated?
No, Skip.
Well, that's what you just said.
I'm saying that you're undervaluing Dame, that you're not using the same measuring stick that you used to measure Jordan. You're not using that to measure Dame. That's all I'm saying. I'm not comparing Dame to Michael Jordan. I'm comparing Dame's situation and what Michael Jordan was allowed to do. As opposed to everybody else. If they don't win the championship in their first year, well, they're no good. He's not clutch. And they never said that about Mike.
But they saw him win a championship for North Carolina as a true freshman with the last-second shot.
I saw Carmelo do that. I saw Anthony Davis do that. I saw Purvis Ellison do that. So was that unique to Michael Jordan?
Last-second shots?
Carmelo Anthony carried the team. He had Big Game James Worthy on his team. He also had Sam Perkins on his team. Was Sam Perkins any good? He's just a top 5 pick. What about Big Game James? He was the #1 overall pick. Stop playing, Skip.
They were older players. This was a true freshman, and you saw it right before your very eyes.
And then what happened when James Worthy left? Where did Michael Jordan lead him to?
Dean Smith said, I'm the only man in the world who can stop Michael Jordan.
Well,
everybody said it. Everybody said it. He's the only man in the world who can stop Michael Jordan.
So now Dean Smith stopped him. Skip, all I'm saying, use the same measuring stick that you measure Michael Jordan early in his career with to measure everybody else. That's all I'm saying. That's it. I'm not saying Dame.
I give you this. Dame stayed in Portland because it's sort of the Jordan syndrome of saying, well, I don't need to join forces. I'm good here. So all of a sudden, he's got Nurkic. He's got Zach Collins. CJ's a little beat up, but he's moving around okay. And he's got Gary Trent Jr. and he's got Carmelo reborn in Portland. And all of a sudden, he's got enough firepower to go places.
What Dame is doing in the current state of the NBA is unprecedented. Because while we see a lot of superstars moving around and top players moving, he's one that chose to stay. When Michael Jordan, nobody moved unless you got traded. Guys didn't leave via free agency. So, Skip, this is different now. It's kind of like the old NFL. You'll see big guys moving now. Well, we never saw that back in the 70s and the 80s or even the early 90s. So now we see the movement. So it's a different time. As Jerry said, I hate quoting him, that was then, this is now. What Dame is doing now by staying and not joining or recruiting someone to come to Portland is unprecedented in today's game.
Michael Jordan would have laughed at having to unite with other superstars. He needed nobody.
Skip, back then, the general managers, they got players. They brought players in. You do realize that Dennis Johnson was not drafted by the Celtics. Neither was Nate Archibald. Tiny Archibald. Neither was Bill Walton. All those guys, Coach Auerbach brought them in. He was the general manager at the time. Look at what Jerry West did. Bob McAdoo, Michael Thompson, Clay's dad. All those guys, Jamal Wilkes. They weren't drafted by the Lakers, Skip. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. They weren't drafted by the Lakers. So if the general manager brings them in, that's okay. But if a player says, I want to go to Team A and join up, that's bad.
Yeah. I mean, it's weak. Jordan didn't do it. And I can't believe we have put Damian Lillard in the same conversation with Michael Jordan. It's just, we're going to get struck by lightning.
You see what you did, Skip?
I didn't do anything.
Yes, you did. You said because Jordan didn't do something, anything that Jordan didn't do is unacceptable for anybody else in the NBA. That's what you just said.
He was so great, he just said, hell with that. I don't need anybody else.
No.
You think he'd even thought about, me and Larry got to get together? No.
Skip.
Stop it.
So what about Scottie Pippen?
What about him? I told you, the most overrated top 50. I told you that.
Top 50.
Oh, yeah.
Pep.
Yeah. Did you see what happened when he went to Houston? See what happened when he went to Portland? Look it up. Tell me what happened. He became just another pretty good player, which is all he ever was.
Oh, my goodness. He was old then. Was he not old?
No, he was like 32.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's see. 99 was his first year. Pip came out in what, 87? So he probably came out early, so he had to be 21. I'll say 33. 34. But when you go to all them finals back-to-back, Skip, remember.
Took it out of him.
Yeah. Your guy had to take a year and a half off, remember?